once your property is due for handover, it's important that you understand your rights and you understand the developer's obligations towards you as a purchaser. Developers have to hand over a perfect property to purchasers. So a developer has to actually snag the unit and inspect the unit prior to making the call to the purchaser to come and receive their units. So this is what a snagging report looks like. This is for one of the properties we manage. As you can see, it's not just 2 or 3 lines. So the inspector basically will visit the property at the time of handover and will identify all the defected areas and aspects of the property. Then we will submit the report of snagging to the developer. The developer will have to rectify the snags. Then we do a second visit just to make sure that the developer has rectified all the snags perfectly. So no surprises in the future for the property owner. I think this is one of the most critical processes, and it's not something that you can do yourself as a property investor, or even a broker cannot do this. It requires certain expertise. You require an engineer or an architect because it's an engineer-based inspection. Of course, it involves certain processes and well-tested, well-qualifying processes and tools. It involves thermographic imaging. Like I said earlier, you check everything from visual all the way to MEP and what's behind the ceiling. Whether you are going to live in the property or to rent the property out, the last thing you need is to find out what defects after you have moved in or your tenant has moved into the property, because then you will have to suffer all the hassle of rectifying these defects. Typically, properties from developers in the UAE should have 10 years structural warranty and 1 year DLP period. DLP period means defect liability period. So from the day the BCC, which is Building Completion Certificate, is issued by the relevant authority, the contractor warranties to the developer, and hence the developer warranties the purchaser to rectify any snag during that 1 year. But basically, if you started to find out about defects after you have moved into the property or your tenant has moved into the property, this is not good news at all, because you will have to suffer, of course, the rectification process of these defects. That if you did not discover actually a series of defects, that makes your life really difficult while you're living in the property. I truly believe that the market in Dubai will keep maturing as we go. So if you look at any mature markets, whenever you go to buy a property, they will ask you, or you can ask basically for a surveyor report. So someone will come and inspect the property and give you a report on the conditions of the property. I think this is the way that Dubai is moving towards too. So in the future, even if you want to resell the property, you should expect this and factor this from now, and ensure that you take a perfect condition property from your developer.